ledger, trial balance, cost of goods sold, income statement, shareholders' equity, balance sheet, cash flow, closing entries, post-closing balance sheet. Solution: Journal entries. April 1. The business pineapple distributor was registered as a single proprietorship with the Department of Trade and Industry. June low invested 39,000. April 1. Cash debit 39,000. June low capital credit 39,000. Being June low invested into pineapple distributor business on 1st April. April 2. Bought computer equipment for 10,000 cash. April 2. Computer equipment 10,000 debit, cash 10,000 credit, being the computer equipment bought for business. April 2. Bought merchandise on account from Uptown Supply Company 15,900, term 2/10 and by 30. April 2. Purchases debit 15,900, accounts payable credit 15,900, being the merchandise bought on account from Uptown Supply Company. April 3. Bought office supplies on cash basis 700. April 3. Office supplies debit 700, cash credit 700, being the office supplies bought on cash. April 4. Sold merchandise on account 15,200. FOB destination terms 2/10 N by 30. April 4. Accounts receivable debit 15,200. Sales credit 15,200, being the merchandise sold on credit. April 5. Paid 200 freight on April 4 sale. April 5. Freight outwards debit 200, cash credit 200, being the freight expenses incurred on sales. April 6. Received credit memo Uptown Supply Company for merchandise return 300. April 6. Accounts payable debit 300, purchase returns credit 300, being the credit memo received from Uptown Supply Company for the goods returned. April 11. Paid Uptown. April 11. Accounts payable debit 9,700, purchase discount credit 194, cash credit 9,000 506, being the amount paid to Uptown Supply Company and 2% discount received. April 13, collected from April 4 customers. April 13, cash debit 14,896, sales discount 304, accounts receivable 15,200, being cash collected from customers and 2% discount allowed. Bought merchandise on cash basis 14,400. April 14, purchases debit 14,400, cash credit 14,400, being the merchandise bought on cash. April 15, salaries paid 1,500. April 15, salaries expense debit 1,500, cash credit 1,500, being the salaries paid. 16, borrowed money from RCBC Bank, signed a promissory note for 12,000. April 16, cash debit 12,000, notes payable credit 12,000, being the loan taken from RCBC Bank against a promissory note. April 17, received refund from a supplier on cash purchase of April 14, 500. April 17, cash debit 500, purchase discount credit 500. April 18, bought merchandise from MSDA 14,200, FOB shipping terms to by 10 and by 30. April 18, purchases debit 14,200, accounts payable credit 14,200, being the supplies bought on credit from MSDA. April 20, paid freight on April 18 purchase 700. April 20, freight inwards account debit 700, cash credit 700, being the freight paid on purchases. April 23, sold merchandise for 16,400. April 23, cash debit 16,400, sales 16,400, being the merchandise sold. April 26, bought merchandise for cash 12,300. April 26, purchases debit 12,300, cash credit 12,300, being the merchandise bought for cash. April 27, paid MESDA on April 18 purchase 9,000, no discount allowed on partial payment. April 27, accounts payable debit 9,000, cash credit 9,000, being the cash partial payment made to MESDA. April 28, JLO got cash from the business 2008. April 28, JLO drawing 2008, cash credit 2008, being the cash drawn by JLO. April 29, made refund to cash customer for defective merchandise 900. April 29, sales return debit 900, cash credit 900, being the defective supplies paid back to the customer. April 30, accounts receivable debit 13,700, sales credit 13,700, being the credit sales made. Sold merchandise on account 13,700, 2 by 30 is the term. April 30, paid the following: advertising 1,000, utilities 4,000, rent 3,500, salaries 1,500. April 30, advertisement expense debit 1,000, utility expense debit 400, rent expense debit 3,500, salaries expense debit 1,500, cash credit 6,400, being various expenses paid on the month end. April 30, inventory April 30, 25,000. April 30, merchandise inventory debit 25,000, purchases credit 25,000, being the supplies expenses during the month. General ledger, cash account, Juan Low Capital 39,000 debit, computer equipment 10,000 credit, office supplies 700 credit, freight outwards 200 credit, accounts payable 9,506 credit, accounts receivable 14,896 debit, purchases 14,400 credit, salary expense 1,500 credit, notes payable 12,000 debit, purchase discount 500 debit, freight inwards 700 credit, sales 16,400 debit, purchases 12,300 credit, accounts payable 9,000 credit, Juan Low drawing 2008, purchases 900 credit, advertisement expense 1,000 credit, utilities expense 400 credit, rent expense 3,500 credit, salaries expense 1,500 credit, total debit balance 15,182, cash account. Accounts receivable account, April 4, sales debit 15,300, April 13, cash credit 14,896, April 13, sales discount 304 credit, April 30, sales debit 13,700, closing balance 13,700 debit, Merchandise inventory April 30 purchases debit 25,000, debit balance 25,000. Supplies April 3 cash 700, debit balance debit 700. Computer equipment April 2 cash debit 10,000, debit balance 10,000. Accounts payable April 2 purchases debit, purchases credit 15,900. April 6 purchase returns debit 300. April 11 purchase discount debit 194. April 11 cash 9,506. April 18 purchases 14,200, credit. April 27 cash 9,000, debit. Closing balance 11,100, credit. Notes payable April 16 cash credit 12,000, closing balance 12,000. Low capital account April 1 cash credit 39,000, credit balance 39,000. Low drawings April 28 cash debit 2008 debit balance. Sales account April 4 accounts receivable 15,200, credit. April 23 cash 16,400, credit. April 30 13,700, credit. Credit balance total 45,300. Sales discount account April 13 accounts receivable 304, debit balance 304. Sales returns and allowances account April 29 cash 900, debit balance. Purchases account accounts payable 15,900, cash 14,400, debit. Accounts payable April 18 14,200, debit. April 26 cash 12,300, debit. April 30 merchandise inventory 25,000, credit. Closing balance 31,800. Purchase discounts account April 11 accounts payable credit 194. April 17 cash 500, credit. Total 694, credit balance. Purchase returns and allowances account April 6 accounts payable debit 3, accounts payable credit 300, credit balance 300. Freight in account April 20 cash 700, debit debit balance. Freight out account April 5 cash 200, debit balance. Advertising expense April 30 cash 1,000, debit balance. Utilities expense April 30 cash debit 400, debit balance. Salaries expense April 15 cash 1,500, debit. April 30 1,500, debit. Total 300, debit balance. Rent expense April 30 cash debit 3,500, debit balance 3,500. Income summary account sales credit 45,300, sales discount debit 304, sales returns debit 900, purchases debit 31,800, purchase discount credit 694, purchase returns credit 300, freight inwards debit 700, freight outwards debit 200, advertisement expense 1,000, debit. Utility expenses debit 400, salaries expense debit 3,000, rent expense debit 3,500. Total 4,490 is the credit balance in income summary account. Pineapple distributor trial balance April 30. Cash account debit 15,182, accounts receivable debit 13,700, merchandise inventory debit 25,000, supplies debit 700, computer equipment debit 10,000, accounts payable credit 11,100, notes payable credit 12,000, capital credit 39,000, drawings debit 2,008, sales credit 45,300, sales discount debit 304, sales returns debit 900, purchases debit 31,800, purchase discount credit 694, purchase returns credit 300, freight inwards debit 700, freight outwards debit 200, advertisement expense debit 1000, utilities expense debit 400, salaries expense debit 300, rent expense debit 3,500, total debits 108,394, total credits 108,394. Pineapple distributor cost of goods sold April 30, purchases debit 31,800, purchase discount less 694, purchase returns less 300, freight inwards 700, cost of goods sold 31,506. Pineapple distributor statement of financial performance April sales 45,300, less sales discount 304, less sales returns 900, net sales 44,096, cost of goods sold, purchases 31,800, purchase discount minus 694, purchase returns minus 300, freight inwards 700, Cost of goods sold 31,506. Income from operations 12,590. Selling and admin expenses. Factory outwards 200. Advertisement expenses 1000. Utilities expense 400. Salaries expense 300. Rent expense 3500. Total selling and admin expenses 8100. Net income 4490. Pineapple Distributor Statement of Changes in Equity April. Capital 39,000 less drawings minus 2008. Add net profit 4490. Total owners equity 41,482. Pineapple Distributor Statement of Financial Position April 30. Cash 15,182. Accounts receivable 13,700. Merchandise inventory 25,000. Supplies 700. Total current assets 54,582. Non-current assets computer equipment 10,000. Total non-current assets 10,000. Total assets 64,582. Liabilities accounts payable 11,100. Notes payable 12,000. Total liabilities 23,100. Owners equity capital 39,000 less drawings minus 2,008. Add net profit 4,490. Total owners equity 41,482. Total liabilities and owners equity 64,582. Pineapple Distributor Statement of Cash Flow April. Net profit 4,490. Cash from operating activities. Add accounts payable 11,100. Notes payable 12,000 less accounts receivable 13,700. Merchandise inventory 25,000. Supplies 700. Subtotal 16,300. Cash from operations minus 11,810. Cash from investing activities. Computer equipment minus 10,000. Cash from financing activities. Owners capital 39,000 less drawings 2008. Net 36,992. Net cash inflow 15,182. Opening cash balance nil. Closing cash balance 15,182. Closing entries. Sales debit 45,300. Purchase discount debit 694. Purchase returns debit 300. Income summary credit 46,294. Income summary debit 41,804. Purchases credit 31,800. Sales discount credit 304. Sales returns credit 900. Return freight inwards 700 credit. Freight outwards 200 credit. Advertisement expenses 1000 credit. Utilities expenses 400 credit. Salaries expense 3000 credit. Rent expense 3500 credit. Income summary debit 4490. Owners equity credit 4490. Owners equity debit 2008. Owners drawings credit 2008. Post closing trial balance. Cash debit 15,182. Accounts receivable debit 13,700. Merchandise inventory 25,000 debit. Supplies debit 700. Computer equipment debit 10,000. Accounts payable credit 11,100. Notes payable credit 12,000. Owners capital credit 41,482. Total debits 64,582. Total credit 64,582. Recap. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Accounts Lobby for various solved problems and lectures on accountancy.